In the sprawling narrative of hip-hop's evolution, few figures loom as large as Sean Combs. From his ascension as Puff Daddy, to his rebranding as P. Diddy, and eventually settling into the moniker of Diddy, his influence on the genre and popular culture as a whole is undeniable. Yet behind the glitz and glamour of his success lies a story of controversy, resilience, and a constant struggle with the limelight's unforgiving glare. In recent years, Sean Combs' life trajectory has taken unexpected turns, casting shadows over his storied career. His journey has been marked by highs and lows, triumphs and tribulations, but perhaps none more tumultuous than the latest chapters unfolding in his life. Combs again found himself entangled in legal troubles in shocking events. News of his homes being raided reverberated through the media, igniting speculation and raising eyebrows. The once untouchable mogul now faced a stark reality: scrutiny from law enforcement and the public eye alike. As we delve deeper into Sean Combs' story, we are confronted with questions that demand answers. What led to these latest developments? How do they fit into the broader narrative of his life and career? And perhaps most importantly, what lies ahead for the man known as Diddy? Join us as we embark on a journey through the highs and lows of Sean Combs' life, exploring the complexities of fame, fortune, and the price of success. This is Sean Combs, What Did Diddy Do? A compelling exploration of a cultural icon at a crossroads. Let's start at the beginning. Sean John Combs entered the world on November 4th, 1969, amidst the vibrant tapestry of Harlem, New York City. Growing up in Mount Vernon, New York, he was the son of Janice Combs, formerly Smalls, a model and dedicated teacher's assistant, and Melvin Earl Combs, a member of the U.S. Air Force with ties to the notorious New York drug scene through his association with Frank Lucas, a convicted drug dealer. Tragically, Melvin's life was cut short when he was fatally shot at the age of 33 while seated in his car on Central Park West, leaving behind Sean, who was only 2 years old, and his sister. In the face of adversity, Janice took on multiple jobs to provide for her family, instilling in Sean a sense of resilience and determination from an early age. Raised in the Roman Catholic faith, Sean served as an altar boy. His formative years were spent at Mount St. Michael Academy, an all-boys Catholic school, where he excelled both academically and athletically. With a passion for football, Sean contributed to his team's success, culminating in a division title victory in 1986. Even in his youth, Sean's fiery temperament earned him the nickname Puff, a nod to his tendency to huff and puff when provoked. Pursuing higher education, he enrolled as a business major at Howard University, although he ultimately departed after his second year. Nevertheless, in 2014, Sean returned to Howard University to be awarded an honorary doctorate in humanities, a testament to his enduring impact. He delivered the university's 146th commencement address, inspiring a new generation with his words of wisdom and experience. In 1990, Combs embarked on his journey in the music industry as an intern at Uptown Records in New York City. Under the mentorship of label founder Andre Harrell, Combs flourished, eventually ascending to the role of talent director. During his tenure at Uptown, he played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of notable artists such as Joe Decci and Mary J. Blige. Known for his penchant for throwing extravagant parties, Combs gained notoriety during his college years for hosting gatherings that attracted crowds numbering in the thousands. Usher, who lived with Combs during his adolescence, attested to the wild lifestyle that characterized Combs' New York City days. In 1991, Combs organized an AIDS fundraiser at City College of New York's gymnasium, featuring Heavy D and a charity basketball game. Tragically, the event became oversubscribed, resulting in a stampede that claimed the lives of 9 attendees. Following his departure from Uptown in 1993, Combs wasted no time in establishing his own imprint, Bad Boy Records, in collaboration with Arista Records. He brought on board promising talents such as Christopher Wallace, famously known as the Notorious B.I.G., and Craig Mack. Their debut projects, including the landmark album 1994's Ready to Die, propelled Bad Boy Records into the spotlight. Combs continued to expand his roster, signing acts like Cole Thomas, Faith Evans, 112, Total, and Father MC. The Hitmen, Bad Boy's in-house production team, collaborated with a plethora of artists, including Joe Decci, Mary J. Blige, Usher, Lil' Kim, TLC, and Mariah Carey, solidifying the label's influence in the music industry. Amidst the burgeoning rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes, Combs and his artists faced criticism and parody from counterparts affiliated with Death Row Records, notably Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. Nevertheless, Combs' production prowess continued to shine, as evidenced by his contributions to TLC's acclaimed 1994 album, Crazy Sexy Cool, which remains a standout among the decade's top pop albums. In 1997, adopting the moniker Puff Daddy, Combs ventured into commercial rap with his inaugural vocal recordings. Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, his debut single, soared on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for an impressive 28 weeks, ultimately claiming the top spot. His premiere album, initially titled Hell Up in Harlem, underwent significant revisions following the tragic loss of the Notorious B.I.G. on March 9, 1997. Released on July 22, 1997, under the title No Way Out via Bad Boy Records, the album featured notable contributions from various artists signed to the label. Achieving notable success, particularly in the United States, No Way Out debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling over 561,000 copies in its debut week. The album spawned an array of hit singles, including the poignant tribute I'll Be Missing You, dedicated to the memory of the Notorious B.I.G. This track made history as the first rap song to debut at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, maintaining its chart-topping position for an impressive 11 consecutive weeks. Additionally, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, It's All About the Benjamins, Being Around the World, and Victory further solidified Combs' presence in the music scene. Combs' collaboration with Jimmy Page on Come With Me for the 1998 film Godzilla showcased his versatility and creative range. The album's success was reflected in its accolades, earning Combs 5 nominations at the 40th Grammy Awards, and ultimately clinching the prestigious Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. By the late 1990s, Combs faced criticism for what some perceived as diluting and excessively commercializing hip-hop. Criticisms ranged from heavily relying on guest appearances to sampling and interpolating past hits in his music. Nevertheless, No Way Out cemented Combs' status as a major player in the rap industry, ultimately attaining septuple platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America for selling over 7 million copies by September 7, 2000. In April 1999, Combs faced charges of assaulting Steve Stout, the manager for Nas, with whom Combs had collaborated on the song Hate Me Now. The dispute arose from concerns regarding the music video for the track, which depicted Nas and Combs being crucified, a portrayal that Combs deemed blasphemous. Despite his request to remove his scenes from the cross, the unedited video aired on MTV on April the 15th, prompting Combs to confront Stout at his offices, resulting in Stout sustaining injuries. Following these events, Combs released his second solo studio album, Forever, through Bad Boy Records on August the 24th, 1999, in North America and the UK on the subsequent day. The album attained the second position on the Billboard 200 and secured the top spot on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart, albeit being displaced the following week by Mary J. Blige's fourth album, Mary. While Forever garnered mixed reviews from music critics, it spawned 3 singles that made their mark on the Billboard charts. Notably, it reached number 4 on the Canadian Albums chart, marking Combs' highest charting album in the country. In 2001, Combs underwent a notable rebranding, transitioning his stage name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy. Around this time, he completed a gospel album titled Thank You, scheduled for release in March of that year. However, the album remains unreleased to this day. During this period, Combs ventured into acting, portraying a drug dealer in the film Made, and featuring alongside Halle Berry, Heath Ledger, and Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Ball, both released in 2001. Expanding his artistic horizons, Combs collaborated with diverse artists, briefly managing Kellis, and releasing the joint track Let's Get Ill. He also embarked on unexpected ventures, serving as an opening act for NSYNC's Spring 2002 celebrity tour and signing the pop girl group Dream to his record label. Additionally, Combs took on the role of producer for the soundtrack album of the film Training Day in 2001. In June 2001, Combs terminated Bad Boy's distribution deal with Arista Records, acquiring complete control over the label, its catalog, and its artist roster. The release of The Saga Continues on July the 10th marked the final studio album under the joint venture, achieving platinum certification while reaching number 2 on both the Billboard 200 and the top R&B hip-hop albums charts. Notably, it served as Combs' first studio album under the moniker P. Diddy, and notably lacked guest appearances by Jay-Z or Lil' Kim. Transitioning to the small screen, Combs took on the role of executive producer for the reality TV show Making the Band, which aired on MTV from 2002 to 2009. The show involved auditioning candidates and forming musical acts destined for the music industry, launching the careers of groups like Da Band, Danity Kane, Day 26, and Donnie Klang. In 2003, Combs showcased his philanthropic side by participating in the New York City Marathon, raising $2 million for the city's educational system. He discussed his marathon experience on The Oprah Winfrey Show on March 10, 2004, where he completed the race in 4 hours and 18 minutes. Additionally, Combs spearheaded the Vote or Die campaign for the 2004 presidential election and performed at the Super Bowl 38 halftime show on February 1, 2004. On August 16, 2005, Combs made a significant announcement on Today, revealing yet another adjustment to his stage name. Subsequently, he would go by Diddy. Combs cited confusion among fans regarding how to address him as the reason for the change. Combs remained active in the entertainment industry, showcasing his versatility across various mediums. In 2005, he showcased his acting chops in the film Carlito's Way, Rise to Power. Additionally, Combs took on the role of Walter Lee Younger in the 2004 Broadway revival of A Raisin in the Sun, later reprising the role in the 2008 television adaptation. Continuing to shape the music landscape, Combs sold half of his record company to the Warner Music Group in 2005. That same year, he hosted the MTV Video Music Awards and earned a spot on Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people. In 2006, tensions arose when Combs refused to release rapper Maze from contractual obligations with Bad Boy to join the group G-Unit. This led to a diss track from 50 Cent, Hip Hop, insinuating Combs' knowledge of the notorious B.I.G.'s murderer. However, the two eventually resolved their feud. Combs returned to the music scene and released his album Press Play on October 17, 2006 via Bad Boy Records. The album, featuring collaborations with various artists, debuted atop the US Billboard 200 chart, spawning hit singles like Come to Me and Last Night. Despite receiving mixed reviews from critics, Press Play achieved gold certification from the RIAA, the Recording Industry Association of America. Combs continued to make waves in the industry, teaming up with 50 Cent and Jay-Z for the Forbes I Get Money $1 billion remix in September 2007. Although rumors circulated about another name change in June 2008, Combs' representative denied them. Venturing into reality television, he premiered his VH1 series, I Want to Work for Diddy, in August 2008. Additionally, Combs showcased his acting skills in 2 episodes of Season 7 of CSI Miami, credited under his real name in the role of lawyer Derek Powell. In 2010, Combs orchestrated the formation of a rap powerhouse known as the Dream Team, comprising of himself, along with Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Red Cafe, and Fabulous. This collaborative effort aimed to elevate the rap scene with their collective talent and influence. Comedy also found its way into Combs' repertoire, as he made a notable appearance at comedian Chris Gethard's live show in January 2010 at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theatre in New York City. Additionally, he ventured into film, portraying the character Sergio Roma, a record company executive, in the comedy Get Him to the Greek in June 2010, credited under his real name Sean Combs. Furthermore, it was announced that Combs would make a guest appearance on an episode of the 2010 season of the series Entourage. Expanding his musical endeavors, Combs recruited singers Dawn Richard and Kalena Harper to form the female duo Diddy Dirty Money in 2009. The duo's debut album, Last Train to Paris, hit the shelves on December 13, 2010. Preceded by hit singles like Angels, Hello Good Morning, Loving You No More and Coming Home, the album showcased a blend of success on the Billboard Hot 100. Particularly, Coming Home emerged as the standout track, climbing to number 11 on the US Hot 100, number 4 in the UK, and number 7 in Canada. Combs not only produced the group, but frequently took the stage alongside them, as evidenced by their performance of Coming Home on American Idol on March 10, 2011. Continuing his foray into television, Combs made appearances in Season 1 of Hawaii Five-0 on April 18, 2011, portraying an undercover NYPD detective. He further graced the small screen with an appearance in an episode of the 8th season of the American sitcom It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in November 2012. On February 26, 2014, Combs debuted Big Homie, featuring Rick Ross and French Montana, as the lead single from his upcoming mixtape MMM, which stands for Money Making Mitch, initially slated for release later that year. The track became available for digital download on March 24th, accompanied by the release of a trailer for its music video 2 days later, followed by the full video on March 31st. For this project, Combs resurrected his former stage name, Puff Daddy. MMM eventually dropped as a free mixtape album on November 4th, 2015, comprising 12 tracks. In July 2014, Combs joined forces with Israeli records producer Guy Gerber for the collaborative album 1111, which is available as a free download. The following year, on June 29, 2015, Combs released the single Finna Get Loose, featuring vocals and production by Pharrell Williams. Amidst buzz about a potential sequel to his 1997 debut album, No Way Out 2, Combs collaborated with Bad Boy Entertainment signee Gizzle on new music. However, plans for the album were eventually scrapped. In April 2016, Combs announced his intention to retire from the music industry after releasing one final album and embarking on a corresponding tour. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of Bad Boy Records, Combs launched a tour featuring the label's most prominent artists on May 20th and 21st, 2016. The journey was documented in the film Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A Bad Boy Story, which premiered on June 23, 2017, chronicling the Barclays Center shows and behind-the-scenes moments. The tour expanded to additional venues across the United States and Canada. In a surprising turn, on November 5, 2017, Combs announced his decision to go by the name Love, also known as Brother Love. Despite later retracting the statement as a jest, he eventually confirmed the name change on January 3, 2018, during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The change was formalized in 2022. In 2019, Combs announced the revival of the MTV reality series Making the Band, slated for release in 2020. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, its launch was delayed multiple times before its eventual cancellation. Combs served as executive producer for Nigerian singer Burna Boy's album Twice as Tall, released on August 14, 2020. In May 2022, he announced the launch of a new record label, Love Records, in collaboration with Motown, signing singer Josie as its first artist. Subsequently, Combs released the single Gotta Move On, featuring Bryson Tiller, in June 2022, marking his return to the Billboard Hot 100. On August 22, 2023, Combs teased his fifth studio album, the Love Album Off the Grid, which dropped on September 15th, 2023. Accompanying its release was the lead single, Another One of Me, featuring The Weeknd, French Montana, and 21 Savage. While the song peaked at number 87 on the Billboard Hot 100, the album reached number 19 on the Billboard 200, receiving mixed to average critical reviews. Despite Combs' association with Motown, the Love Album Off the Grid was released independently, with the label's name featured solely on promotional materials. In an interview with Billboard, Combs emphasized his commitment to independence, citing a desire to empower artists and retain ownership over their creative endeavors. The album earned a Best Progressive R&B Album nomination at the 66th Annual Grammy Awards, although Combs did not attend the ceremony. Given all of his entertainment prowess, it should be noted that Diddy also became a successful businessman. In 1998, Combs launched the clothing line Sean John, marking his foray into the fashion industry. The brand quickly gained recognition, earning a nomination for the Council of Fashion Designers of America Award for Menswear Designer of the Year in 2000. By 2004, Sean John clinched the prestigious award, solidifying its status as a formidable player in the fashion world. A significant boost came in 2003 when California billionaire Ronald Burkle injected $100 million into the company, fueling its expansion and growth. However, in late 2006, Sean John faced controversy when department store Macy's discovered that some of its jackets were crafted using raccoon dog fur. Upon learning of the issue, Combs swiftly halted production, expressing his unawareness of the use of genuine fur in the garments. In November 2008, Combs expanded the Sean John brand by introducing a men's perfume line named I Am King. The fragrance, paying homage to iconic figures like Barack Obama, Muhammad Ali, and Martin Luther King Jr., featured model Bar Refaeli in its advertising campaign. Transitioning into 2016, Sean John diversified its offerings by introducing the Girls Collection, catering to a broader audience and further cementing its place as a versatile and inclusive fashion label. Combs serves as the head of Combs Enterprises, a conglomerate encompassing his diverse ventures and businesses. Alongside his renowned clothing line, he previously owned 2 restaurants named Justin's, a tribute to his son. However, the original New York establishment shuttered its doors in September 2007, followed by the Atlanta location in June 2012. Combs has left his mark in various industries and is not confined to fashion and dining. He notably designed the alternate jersey for the Dallas Mavericks. In October 2007, he ventured to develop the Ciroc vodka brand, securing a 50% share of the profits. However, in June 2023, after Diageo acquired Ciroc, they severed ties with Combs due to alleged breaches of commitment. Expanding his entrepreneurial reach, Combs acquired the Nice clothing line from Liz Claiborne for $20 million in October 2008. Additionally, he holds a significant equity stake in Revolt TV, a television network with a film production arm, which commenced broadcasting in 2014. In February 2015, Combs joined forces with actor Mark Wahlberg and businessman Ronald Burkle of Yucaipa Companies to acquire a majority stake in Aqua Hydrate, a calorie-free beverage aimed at athletes. Spearheaded by John Cochrane, former president of Fiji Water, the company gained prominence in the hydration market. Combs further diversified his investment portfolio by becoming involved in PlayVS in 2019. PlayVS specializes in providing a platform for competitive gaming in US high schools and garnered support from Twitch co-founder Kevin Lin. Combs continues to make significant strides across multiple industries through these ventures, solidifying his status as a multifaceted entrepreneur. Unfortunately, all of this success came with its share of legal woes, and Diddy has been having regular run-ins with the law since the 90s. In 1997, Combs faced legal action when he was sued for alleged landlord neglect by Inga Bongo. Denying the accusations, Combs defended himself against the claims. Inga Bongo, reportedly the plaintiff in the case, accused Combs of neglecting his duties as a landlord, which likely pertained to maintenance or other responsibilities related to property ownership. Unfortunately, details regarding the specifics of the case, such as the exact nature of the neglect or the outcome of the lawsuit, are not readily available. The incident is one of Combs's legal challenges in the late 1990s, adding to a series of legal issues during that period. While the exact circumstances surrounding the lawsuit with Inga Bongo are not extensively documented, they contribute to the broader narrative of legal challenges and controversies that Combs encountered during that era. In December 1999, an altercation at Club New York involving Combs, his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Shine resulted in gunfire. Both Combs and Shine faced legal repercussions, with Combs charged with weapons violations and bribery. Despite a highly publicized trial, Combs was acquitted of all charges. Additionally, a subsequent lawsuit filed by Wardell Fenderson, Combs's driver, was settled in 2004. Over the years, Combs found himself entangled in various legal battles. In 2001, he was arrested for driving with a suspended license in Florida. In 2003, allegations emerged regarding labor violations in factories producing Sean John clothing. Combs responded with corrective measures and vowed support for workers' rights. Further legal disputes followed, including a lawsuit from Kirk Burroughs in 2003, which was dismissed in 2006. In 2005, Combs faced assault charges from Michigan television host Rogelio Mills, resolved in Combs' favor. In 2007, Gerard Recknitzer sued Combs for battery, alleging an altercation outside a nightclub. The lawsuit was settled in 2008. In 2015, Combs was arrested for aggravated assault after an altercation with his son's football coach, although charges were later dropped due to insufficient evidence. More recent legal matters include a lawsuit filed in 2021 against the new owners of Sean John and a racial discrimination lawsuit against Diageo in 2023, which Combs later withdrew. In 2024, music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a lawsuit accusing Combs and his son Justin of involvement in a shooting incident. Additionally, former Syracuse University basketball player Brendan Paul, a Combs associate, was arrested on drug-related charges in March 2024, further adding to Combs' legal woes. During the 2000s, things only got worse for the famed businessman and musician, as the most severe charges were yet to come. In May 2017, Cindy Ruella, a former personal chef for Combs, initiated a lawsuit against him in LA County Superior Court. In her lawsuit, Ruella alleged several claims, including sexual harassment and retaliation against Combs. The details of the specific allegations and the events leading up to the lawsuit were not widely disclosed. The case between Ruella and Combs was eventually settled for an undisclosed amount in February 2019, indicating that both parties reached an agreement outside of court. Settlements of this kind typically involve monetary compensation provided to the plaintiff in exchange for dropping the lawsuit and releasing any claims against the defendant. As the settlement terms were not publicly disclosed, the exact nature of the resolution and any additional conditions or agreements made between Ruella and Combs remain private. Typically, such settlements include confidentiality clauses, preventing the parties involved from publicly discussing the details of the case. Therefore, further information about the specifics of the allegations or the settlement itself may be limited or unavailable. On November 16, 2023, Cassie Ventura, Combs' longtime partner, filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of rape, sex trafficking, and physical abuse. Ventura, also known mononymously as Cassie, was in a long-term relationship with Diddy for over a decade. Ventura, a singer, actress, and model, gained public attention for her music career and her relationship with Combs, which began around the mid-2000s. The lawsuit also included allegations suggesting Combs' involvement in destructive behavior, such as damaging Ventura's then-boyfriend, Kid Cudi's car. The details of these accusations and the circumstances surrounding them were not extensively disclosed in public reports. Shortly after the lawsuit was filed, Ventura and Combs reached an undisclosed settlement, leading to the dismissal of the lawsuit. Settlements of this nature often involve an agreement between both parties to resolve the dispute outside of court, usually resulting in monetary compensation provided to the plaintiff in exchange for dropping the legal claims against the defendant. The specific terms of the settlement and the reasons behind it were not publicly disclosed. Following the resolution of the lawsuit, further information about Cassie Ventura's relationship with Sean Combs and the circumstances surrounding the legal dispute may have been kept private or limited in disclosure. As a result, additional details about their relationship and the events leading up to the lawsuit may not be readily available to the public. Subsequently, on November 23, 2023, 2 additional lawsuits were filed against Sean Combs by separate individuals, each bringing forth distinct allegations. One lawsuit accused Combs of sexual assault, while the other alleged involvement in revenge porn. The lawsuit alleging sexual assault claimed that Combs engaged in non-consensual sexual behavior or misconduct towards the plaintiff. Sexual assault lawsuits typically involve allegations of unwanted sexual contact, coercion, or other forms of sexual misconduct, which may have occurred in various contexts or settings. The second lawsuit concerning revenge porn accused Combs of distributing or disseminating explicit or private images or videos of the plaintiff without their consent, often with the intent to harm or embarrass them. Revenge porn lawsuits typically involve violations of privacy laws and may encompass issues related to consent, exploitation, and emotional distress. Both lawsuits would have been subject to legal proceedings, during which the plaintiffs would present evidence and arguments supporting their claims, while Combs and his legal team would have the opportunity to respond and defend against the allegations. The outcomes of these lawsuits, including any settlements or court decisions, would determine the resolution of the legal disputes and the potential consequences for all parties involved. Given the sensitive nature of these legal matters, and the importance of protecting the privacy and rights of all involved parties, specific details or developments beyond what has been publicly reported are limited. Further complicating matters, on December 6, 2023, a lawsuit was filed in Manhattan District Court by a woman alleging that Combs raped her in 2003 when she was 17. Combs refuted the allegations via social media on the same day. In February 2024, Combs faced another legal challenge when music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a fifth lawsuit against him. The allegations made in the lawsuit are deeply troubling and complex. According to the lawsuit, Jones accuses Combs of drugging and sexually assaulting him, as well as coercing him into sexual activity with sex workers. These allegations are extremely serious and, if true, represent egregious violations of trust and decency. Jones' allegations paint a disturbing picture of abuse and exploitation, suggesting that Combs abused his power and influence to victimize him. The inclusion of allegations involving other individuals, such as Combs' adult son Justin, his chief of staff Christina Coram, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habtemariam further complicates the case. It implies a broader context of systemic misconduct or complicity within Combs' professional and personal circles. In response to these allegations, a lawyer for Combs has vehemently denied them, describing them as pure fiction. Such a strong denial indicates Combs' assertion of innocence and his intent to challenge the allegations through legal means. However, it is essential to recognize that these are merely allegations at this stage, and the truth will need to be determined through a thorough investigation and legal process. The involvement of multiple defendants in Jones' lawsuit suggests a complex web of relationships and potential legal liabilities. Each defendant named in the lawsuit will likely have their own legal representation and defense strategies, adding further complexity to the case. The outcome of this lawsuit will depend on the presentation of evidence, witness testimony, and legal arguments put forth by both parties. Regardless of the outcome, the allegations made by Jones against Combs and others underscore the importance of accountability and justice in cases of alleged sexual misconduct. It is essential for the legal system to thoroughly investigate such claims and ensure that survivors are heard, respected, and supported throughout the process. Only through a fair and transparent legal process can the truth be revealed and justice served for all parties involved. On March 1, 2024, the plaintiff in the 2003 incident lawsuit was mandated to disclose her identity. Subsequently, on March 25, 2024, properties linked to Combs in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami underwent raids by the Department of Homeland Security. These events, marked by significant media attention, added to the ongoing legal challenges and controversies surrounding the music mogul. The raids, which occurred on March 25, 2024, were conducted by the DHS under the authority of a search warrant issued by the Southern District of New York. Reports indicate that federal agents arrived at Diddy's properties armed with warrants to search for evidence related to an unspecified ongoing investigation. The exact nature of the investigation and the specific allegations against Combs remain undisclosed. contributing to speculation and public curiosity surrounding the events. The properties targeted in the raids included Diddy's residences in Los Angeles, New York City, and Miami. These locations, known for their opulence and association with a celebrity lifestyle, served as focal points for the investigation. Federal agents were reported to have seized computers and other electronic devices during the searches, suggesting a focus on gathering digital evidence as part of the investigative process. The raids drew widespread attention from both mainstream media outlets and social media platforms, with many speculating about the potential implications for Combs and his associates. Given Diddy's high-profile status in the entertainment industry, the raids sparked intense public interest and fueled rumors about the nature of the investigation and its possible connection to other ongoing legal proceedings involving the music mogul. In the aftermath of the raids, Diddy's legal team remained tight-lipped about the specifics of the investigation, refraining from providing detailed comments to the media. The lack of official information from law enforcement authorities only served to heighten public curiosity and speculation, leading to widespread debate and conjecture about the possible reasons behind the searches and their potential implications for Combs' personal and professional life. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the raids, Diddy continued to maintain a public presence, albeit with reduced visibility, in the wake of the legal scrutiny. While the investigations unfolded behind the scenes, Combs remained focused on his various business ventures and creative endeavors, striving to navigate the challenges posed by the ongoing legal proceedings, while preserving his reputation and legacy in the entertainment industry. In the weeks and months following the raids, media attention gradually waned as other stories emerged to capture the public's interest. However, the events of March 25, 2024, left a lasting impression on Diddy's career and public persona, serving as a reminder of the complex intersection between fame, wealth, and legal accountability in contemporary society. Federal agents also questioned Combs at the Opa-locka airport on the same day, seizing electronic devices before permitting him to proceed with a planned trip to Antigua and Barbuda. This development added another layer of intrigue to the ongoing legal saga surrounding the music mogul, drawing significant attention from the media and the public alike. Details about the circumstances of the questioning remain somewhat limited, but reports indicate that federal agents approached Combs at the airport as part of their broader investigation. The nature of the questioning, the topics discussed, and the duration of the encounter have not been fully disclosed, leaving room for speculation and conjecture about the extent of Combs' involvement in the ongoing investigation. The presence of federal agents at the Opa-locka airport, a major transportation hub in the Miami area, underscored the seriousness of the situation and the potential implications for Combs and his associates. As a high-profile celebrity and entrepreneur, Combs' interaction with law enforcement authorities inevitably attracted media scrutiny and public interest, amplifying the significance of the airport questioning in the broader context of the unfolding legal proceedings. Despite the intense media attention surrounding the airport encounter, Combs and his representatives remained relatively tight-lipped about the specifics of the questioning. Official statements from Combs' camp provided few details about the nature of the interaction with federal agents, fueling speculation and rumors about the potential implications for the music mogul's legal situation. In the absence of concrete information about the outcome of the airport questioning, Observers and commentators were left to speculate about its significance within the broader framework of the ongoing investigation. Some speculated that the encounter could signal a significant development in the case, while others viewed it as a routine step in the investigative process, given Combs' status as a person of interest in the probe. Regardless of the exact details of the airport questioning, the event served to heighten the sense of drama and uncertainty surrounding Combs' legal predicament. As the investigation continued to unfold behind the scenes, the airport encounter became yet another chapter in the unfolding saga of legal challenges and controversies facing the music mogul, further complicating an already complex and high-profile situation. The amendment to Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit against Sean Combs, filed on March 27, 2024, marked a significant development in the ongoing legal battle between the two parties. This latest filing introduced new allegations and expanded the scope of the case, adding layers of complexity and intrigue to an already contentious legal dispute. Central to the amended lawsuit were allegations regarding Combs' purported involvement in the procurement and arrangement of sexual services, particularly the hiring of sex workers. Lil Rod's legal team alleged that Combs not only engaged in such activities himself, but also facilitated and orchestrated similar encounters for others, including Lil Rod himself. These claims, if substantiated, could have serious legal and reputational implications for Combs, potentially tarnishing his public image and exposing him to further legal scrutiny. One of the most noteworthy aspects of the amended lawsuit was the inclusion of actor Cuba Gooding Jr. as a co-defendant. Gooding, a well-known figure in the entertainment industry, was implicated in the alleged misconduct alongside Combs, adding a new dimension to the case and raising questions about the extent of his involvement. The inclusion of Gooding in the lawsuit could have significant repercussions for both him and Combs, potentially complicating their legal defenses and casting a shadow over their professional reputations. Moreover, the amended lawsuit hinted at the involvement of other prominent figures in Combs' social circles, suggesting that they may have been present at gatherings or events where the alleged misconduct occurred. While the lawsuit stopped short of directly implicating these individuals in any wrongdoing, their association with Combs and the broader context of the allegations could still have ramifications for their reputations and public standing. The mere suggestion of their involvement in potentially illicit activities could fuel speculation and gossip within the entertainment industry and beyond, creating a ripple effect that reverberates throughout Combs' social and professional networks. As the legal proceedings unfolded, media attention surrounding the case intensified, with journalists and commentators dissecting every new development and speculating about its potential implications. The inclusion of Cuba Gooding Jr. as a co-defendant in the lawsuit garnered particular interest, given his status as a well-known actor and public figure. The prospect of Gooding being embroiled in a high-profile legal dispute with Combs captured the imagination of tabloids and entertainment news outlets, generating headlines and sparking public debate about the nature of their relationship and the validity of the allegations against them. In the midst of mounting legal challenges and media scrutiny, both Combs and Gooding faced mounting pressure to address the allegations head-on and mount a vigorous defense against the claims leveled against them. Their reputations and careers hung in the balance as they navigated the complex legal landscape and sought to clear their names in the court of public opinion. As the case continued to unfold, the full extent of their involvement and the ultimate outcome of the legal proceedings remained uncertain, leaving both men to grapple with the uncertainty surrounding their future. As you would have expected, all of these legal woes have hit Diddy in many ways, especially business-wise. On November the 24th, 2023, Macy's, a prominent department store chain, made a significant announcement that reverberated throughout the fashion industry. They would be discontinuing their partnership with Sean Combs, effectively ceasing the sale of all Sean John clothing in their stores, both in person and online. This decision marked a decisive break in the long-standing collaboration between Macy's and Combs, signaling a shift in the dynamics of the fashion retail landscape. The move sent shockwaves through the industry, prompting speculation about the reasons behind Macy's abrupt termination of their relationship with Combs and the potential implications for both parties involved. Just 4 days later, on November the 28th, 2023, another pivotal development unfolded as Sean Combs made the decision to step down from his role as chairman of Revolt TV, a prominent television network that he had been closely associated with. This decision, coming hot on the heels of Macy's announcement, raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about the underlying reasons behind Combs' departure from the network. While Combs did not offer a detailed explanation for his decision to resign, the timing of his departure, amid mounting controversy and scrutiny, suggested that it may have been prompted by external pressures and concerns about the potential impact on his reputation and professional standing. In the wake of these developments, several other entities moved swiftly to distance themselves from Combs and his business ventures. Companies such as Shuri, Nudie System, Fulaba, and House of Takura, which had previously been affiliated with Combs' e-commerce business Empower Global, announced that they were severing ties with him. This cascade of disassociations further underscored the magnitude of the fallout from the controversy surrounding Combs and the broader implications for his business interests. The decision by these companies to cut ties with Combs reflected a desire to mitigate reputational risks and avoid being tarnished by association with the embattled entrepreneur. Additionally, on December the 23rd, 2023, the Recording Academy, responsible for organizing the prestigious Grammy Awards, made a significant announcement regarding Combs' involvement in the upcoming 66th Annual Grammy Awards ceremony, scheduled for February the 4th, 2024. In light of the controversy surrounding Combs, the Recording Academy announced that they would be re-evaluating his invitation to the event. The decision cast a shadow of uncertainty over Combs' attendance at the awards ceremony and raised questions about the potential repercussions for his career in the music industry. Despite being nominated for Best Progressive R&B Album for his work on Love Album Off the Grid, Combs ultimately opted not to attend the ceremony, signaling his acknowledgement of the seriousness of the situation and his desire to avoid further controversy. The series of events unfolding in rapid succession underscored the far-reaching consequences of the allegations and controversies surrounding Combs, extending beyond the realms of fashion, media, and entertainment to impact his professional relationships, business ventures, and public image. As the fallout from these developments continued to unfold, the full extent of the damage to Combs' reputation and the long-term implications for his career remained uncertain, leaving both supporters and critics alike to speculate about the future trajectory of one of the music industry's most prominent figures. As we conclude our journey into the life and career of Sean Combs, the enigmatic figure known to the world as Diddy, we are left with more questions than answers. From his meteoric rise in the music industry to his ventures in fashion, media, and beyond, Combs has undeniably left an indelible mark on pop culture. However, as we delved deeper, we've uncovered a complex narrative fraught with controversy and legal challenges. His recent troubles with the law, including allegations of sexual assault and harassment, have cast a shadow over his once gilded image. The raids on his homes in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami have only added to the scrutiny surrounding his life and business dealings. Yet amidst the turmoil, one thing remains clear. Sean Combs is a man of contradictions, a multifaceted individual whose impact transcends the boundaries of the industries he's touched. As we reflect on his legacy, we are reminded that the story of Diddy is far from over. Whether he will emerge from these challenges unscathed or face the consequences of his actions remains to be seen. Join us as we continue to follow the unfolding saga of Sean Combs, a man whose journey embodies the highs and lows of fame, fortune, and the relentless pursuit of success. In the end, only time will tell what the future holds for the man behind the moniker. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching.